Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're reading about Correct Listener by Clever Hair Girl 123 on Wattpad. If you're not a fan of Angus or can't take death or mentions of it, then please be careful. With that, let's get into it. Bakugou ran his fingers through his hair as he yelled about how he couldn't protect you, keep you safe. Everyone that was there was trying to calm him down, but he just pulled himself away from everyone, pushing them out to the floor, or wherever. His mind was focused on other things. Did they not realize that he could die? Did they not realize he was blaming themselves for not being strong enough to protect you? They weren't there with you too. He had to watch you get attacked as one of the enemies held him down, making him watch you basically get beaten to death. He tried everything to get out of the grab, but he wasn't strong enough. Once everyone got to you too, you were already almost dead. You had lost a lot of blood and you were all beaten up. He didn't even wait for anyone. When you finally got free, he ran over to you and picked you up, and ran to the closest hospital he could find. He didn't want to lose you, but he might be losing you now. He was waiting with everyone in the hospital lobby. He was supposed to be quiet and sitting down, but he couldn't. He kept pacing back and forth. Every time someone tried to calm him down, he would say he would use his quirk on them if they did not leave him alone. That was still. A doctor finally came out asking for a teacher. But Bakugou pushed past everyone, almost falling to get to where the doctor was to listen in. She's on life support. We don't know if she's gonna make it or not. With that, his heart broke. If only he was stronger. He could have protected you somehow. He wanted to yell and blast off his quirk, but he needed to stay calm. Before the doctor went back, he spoke up. Can I go back there? I'm her boyfriend. He looked at the doctor. He looked so desperate and distraught that the doctor only let out a little sigh before nodding. He led him back to where you were. Once you got to the room you were in, he almost ran to you, but he knew you to stay calm or else the doctor would probably make him leave, and he didn't want that. Before the doctor left, he told Bakugou to stay quiet as he could. Your body needed rest, and there were other patients around who needed that too. Bakugou gave him a nod, but once the door shut, he quickly fell apart. His face quickly filled with tears. He quickly grabbed your hand, holding it as he looked at all the wires and machines around. He was terrified. He was so scared that you were gonna die. He's never been this scared. He just wanted to hold you and hear you laugh, but he knew he couldn't. He sat there all night. He even missed the next day of class to stay with you even when he was told to go to school, but he couldn't get himself to leave you. You were his number one. He didn't even think about school. He just needed to make sure you didn't die in him. He needed to make sure the person he loved so much didn't leave him when he was gone. He couldn't help but regret all the times he didn't tell you he loved you. He kept crying on and off, hopeless and desperate. A couple days had passed, and Kirishima had talked to him into going to school, and he could come back when school was over. But when he came back to the hospital, some of her classmates came too. He went back first, but what was happening when he went back tore his heart apart. He walked in on the doctors trying to get your heart to start working again, but they couldn't. He pushed everyone out of his way to get to you. The doctors were gonna call someone to come get him, but instead, a nurse went to the waiting room and got the 3 boys and 1 girl who were sitting there. We need your help, the nurse told the students. When they went back to their room, that's when their eyes met a crying Bakugou, who was laying in bed with you. He was holding your dead body. Bakugou. Kirishima was the first one to talk. Go away. He sobbed. Bakugou, you need to get up. Kaminari spoke up. No, I'm not leaving. He mumbled. Kachan, they need to move her. Minoru spoke up as he walked over to Bakugou. I don't care. He shouted loudly. Bakugou, I get you love her. But that isn't YN anymore. The YN we all know and love is gone. She wouldn't want you to act like this. As we saw as she looked at your body, trying to hold her tears in, she needed to keep calm if she was gonna help Bakugou. Can you believe this? One moment she was there, and now she isn't. Isn't that some bullcrap? Isn't that unfair? She told me she wanted to marry me when we got out of school. She even teased me that she was gonna be the #1 hero. And not me. She was everything I wanted. His sobs started to get louder. She was right in front of me. I watched her die, and I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't help her. She screamed out for me. But when she knew she was gonna die, she used her last breath to tell me how much she loves me. Baku wrapped his face into her neck. She knew she was dying. We both knew it. I just wasn't strong enough to save her. Come on, bro. She wouldn't want you to beat yourself up over this. It's not your fault. She knew if you could have saved her, you would have. She loved you too much for you to be doing this to yourself. Kirishima got closer to Bakugou before softly trying to make Bakugou let go of your body. For a moment, he didn't want to, but deep down, he knew he needed to. Once he let go, Kirishima pulled him into his arms and carried him over to a seat that were beside the bed. Bakugou didn't even care that he was being held like that. He was too busy crying over you being gone. Everyone else sat down beside Bakugou and Kirishima. They all rubbed his back or his head, trying to comfort him. He was too sad to even stop them. That's when they all realized how sad he really was. How much your death was actually affecting him. And he knew deep inside that no matter how many years passed, you'd be the only one in his heart.